All right, here we are, live. I see Mitch Goldberg's out there already. Corona Chronicles, here we go. Day 20 of lockdown here, Long Island, New York. We went to lockdown March 17th, which was St. Patrick's Day. Last day I was actually at the office was March 16th. Went to lockdown, been here with the family 20 days. We've all been here, no school, no work. As everybody should know by now, going out only for essentials. Okay. Andrew Berman's out there. Wendy's out there. Hey, Wendy, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you, my friend. Cliff's out there. All right, so Cliff's in Upper Manhattan. All right, I know Mitch is out on Long Island. Paul Tyler's out there. So wherever you are tuning in from right now, I'm in Oceanside, Long Island, South Shore, Nassau County. We're pretty much very near the epicenter of everything that's been going on with the coronavirus crisis. If you're out there right now, I see Donna just jumped in. Just type in the comments. Let me know where you are. I would love to know what's going on in your area of the world. My goal today is to check in with the community, no matter where you are. I want to bring you up to date on what it's been like. I want to strongly urge you to stay home. Do not go out unless it's essential. If you do, mask, goggles, gloves, wash, distance, stay as far as you possibly can away from people. Trust me, we did not take it very seriously out here on Long Island. It was not taken very seriously in the beginning, and we're suffering for it now. Certainly lots of folks in our community now affected. Wendy's in Knoxville, Tennessee. She's in lockdown essentials only. Good. Love to hear that. Jennifer D just tuned in. She's my neighbor. Hope the whole D'Ambrosio clan is well. Who else is here? Lance Maiden. I think Lance is in Jersey. Joe Tracy also in Jersey. Reno, my neighbor. I actually in broadcasting from the bunker in Reno Losardo's house. Long story long, but we bought a house from somebody, became best friends with him. I mean, it just couldn't have gone better than that. All right, so a pretty good crowd out there. I want to jump right into it. You guys are all watching the news or not. I've opted to kind of shield myself from the news as much as possible. I want to stay in the positive. I think that, if you're watching my Tip Tuesdays, you'll know that, fear is a reaction and courage is a decision. So I've decided to be courageous, not just for myself, but for my family, wife and 2 kids living in the house, a 16-year-old son, almost 12-year-old daughter. My son's 16th birthday, probably the first victim of coronavirus, March 9th. We were supposed to have the whole family over. My mom's going to be 80 this year. Nobody came over. We decided to put it off, even though it was early. And I'm really glad that we did that, because that was before we started taking this social distancing seriously. Jamie's there, Vince is there, Teresa's there, some Oceanside friends, Vince in Brooklyn, really in the epicenter right now in Brooklyn. So I'm glad that we decided to put his birthday off until a later date, because the reality was we could have possibly gotten my mom sick, or each other. Both my brother and I had been up until that point commuting back and forth to New York on the railroad, on the subways. Hey, Mary is there. Hi, Mary. Jamie's there. Jamie might be in Florida. Jamie, if you're in Florida, just put the city you're in down there in the comments. I see my friend John out on Long Island. Family definitely being affected right now. So I want to stick to some of the good stuff. What's going on out there. I could tell you, and for those of you who aren't local, checking in, hope all's well. Yep, everybody's well. My friend Todd is there. David is down in Long Beach. So we're kind of all over the place, but mostly local. So let me tell you folks that aren't local, maybe I can give you a couple of ideas for your community to come together and help out. Big thank you to the Oceanside School District here on Long Island, because I got to tell you, I don't know who came up with this idea. It's amazing. You should take it back to your communities, to your superintendent, to your principals, and you should use this idea. So the teachers had sent all the parents messages and a map and said, hey, on this day at this time, we are going to drive around the neighborhood in a huge parade of cars, all the teachers in their own cars, one per car, not getting out of their cars, but they just drove through the community. And all the school kids just came out and stood with a parent at the curb, obviously away from everybody else, either in front of our homes or on a main street. And as the teachers came by with signs and flags and beeping and waving, I mean, it was just so amazing. Everybody really, really appreciated it. The kids are displaced. They've been out of school almost a month now, and not seeing their school friends other than on FaceTime. And thank God we have things like this. But to see the teachers and to see that the teachers really care about them other than in their Google Classrooms, and really wanted to check in and just, get a smile and a wave. It was really amazing. I'm really, really proud that our school district did that, and proud to say that some of those teachers are actual personal friends of mine. We've been in that elementary school now with my son graduating 4 years ago, and my daughter, Ava, due to graduate this year from 6th grade. So this is sadly our last season in Oceanside Elementary School, but it was just really nice to have the teachers do that. It was such a great touch, very classy, and really shows that they care. So take that idea back to your communities. It really meant a lot to the kids. It really meant a lot to the teacher, to the parents as well. We love and appreciate you and the work that you do for our kids every day, 180 days a year. And we're understanding a little more now collectively that being a teacher is probably a lot harder than we all thought it was. I'm not all that good at 6th grade math. And while I help my daughter with her homework when she goes to school and, just needs to complete some assignments, it's totally different than having to get the assignment and then figure out how to teach it to her. So I'm definitely having some challenges there. I'm sure all parents everywhere are. Hold on, sorry. Let me write that. Trying to get all your comments up here. So again, big up to the teachers, educators all over the place, doing an amazing job, at least in our town, of making the parents and kids know that they are loved. And although we could possibly be losing the rest of the school year here, we're not going to lose our relationships, and we're still going to continue to learn in alternative ways. So congratulations for all that. Jamie's saying, carry the one. Oh, carry the one. Yeah. Yeah. We're all trying to all these parents are trying to figure out this math thing. Good job. So that's some good stuff going on. If you have good stuff that's going on, throw it down there in the comments. I definitely want to hear about it, because this is going to be just a positive show. I know I have it's the Corona Chronicles. We're on lockdown. I just want to show you that being on lockdown, it's not that bad of a thing. You know what? I did see that domestic violence, unfortunately, in the city of New York is up 15%, trending lately. I choose love. We will choose to love each other more instead of trying to get under our skin. We're definitely trying to keep our distance, taking some walks, using different rooms in the house. You could see I have a sheet hanging. I threw a curtain rod in the laundry room here, covering up the washing machine, so you guys didn't have to see literally my dirty laundry. This has pretty much been my bunker. I'm still fully at work, working remotely. I can tell you, as many of you know, for almost a quarter of a century, I've been a life insurance professional. Right now, I have several life insurance carriers, highly rated carriers, that are still accepting life insurance applications. So if you're concerned about that, now would be the time to message me. I did hear that one of our major carriers has changed their program just the other day to try to slow it down. There's been a major uptick in applications. How do you get life insurance right now? Well, we send you paperwork via email. You can DocuSign. You can sign and scan it, send it back. No medical, no touch. If you're a relatively healthy person, they will electronically underwrite you and should get you an offer in about a week. So I can still help you with that. What's going on? Thanks for the curtain. Yeah, absolutely, Scott. I definitely have some dirty laundry back there. Oh, yes, Jamie, just about to get into that. So a lot of members of our community, in addition to being educators, both in New York City and out here on Long Island, tons and tons of healthcare workers. My first cousin, Dr. Al, he's a critical care chief in a hospital down near Miami. And I check in with him daily. he's definitely in the thick of it, let's say. You know, I'm checking in with him just to keep his morale up and make sure that, you know, when he does get some downtime, he takes it. One of their biggest problems right now is the lack of personal protective equipment. So, you know, please use personal protective equipment.
Tons and tons of healthcare workers.
Use it. Don't hoard it. Get what you need, because if we're going to call this World War III, and I really think it is a global war at this point, the people that are on the front lines of this war are healthcare workers. And it's not just the doctors, and it's not just the nurses. It's the food services, it's the maintenance, it's the buildings and grounds crew, it's everybody that has to do with a hospital system. Hospitals are ecosystems. It takes everybody, just like a unit in the Marine Corps or in the armed services. It takes everybody to fight the war. Every single person is important, and every single person needs to be appreciated. And we all need to recognize that every single one of those folks is literally putting their life on the line for us every single day. So big thank you to everybody working in the healthcare system. You have nothing but our appreciation. I wish there were more. Oh, by the way, there is more. As most of you know, or any of you that are connected to me in business would know, I am the secretary of the board of an organization called Long Island Elite, www.longislandelite.com. Long Island Elite is first and foremost a not-for-profit organization. And second of all, we are a business development organization. We're about 85 members, all professionals in the Long Island community. And what we've done over the last, I want to say 17 years since it's founded, I've been a member for 5. We take applications from the Long Island community of worthy non-for-profit organizations. We screen them, and then we choose one, and we choose a charity partner for the year. And then the entire membership, using all of our business network, spends an entire 12 months fundraising and supporting in every way we can our charity partner for the year. And in connection with that, we've over the past few years been able to hand out quite a few 6-figure checks to organizations and have real impact on our community. So we had a virtual board meeting yesterday of the Long Island Elite, and what we've decided to do is create the Long Island Elite COVID-19 Healthcare Workers Relief Fund. We're a registered 501c3. Our goal is to raise $30,000 from our local community or from our networks far and wide all throughout the world. And what we're going to do with that is, original idea was we would send food to the hospitals, but of course we have folks in our group that are working the healthcare system. They said, food's great. We're kind of overrun with food right now. The most important need, the thing that we need the most and have the least of, is personal protective equipment. So 2 things. If you are able to donate any amount, I'm going to give you the information. You can text your contribution in right now, right over the air. It's fully tax deductible. You will get a receipt for it. What we're going to do with that is we're going to buy personal protective equipment. We're going to use our networks to source it. We're not going to go to the places where they're gouging. We're going to go, like we've already identified a local distillery on Long Island that's converting over their factory so they can produce hand sanitizer. We're going to make a big order as soon as we get some money. One of our members immediately stood up virtually stood up at the meeting and said, I'm going to pledge $1,000 to get this thing going. And we're off and running. So number one, if you can donate any amount, and I understand all the economic hardship everybody's going through right now, if you can, please do. Any amount helps. Every $1 or $3 or maybe $4 buys a mask for one healthcare worker, for one hospital maintenance person, for one nurse, for someone, for a doctor, for anybody that can keep us safe. If you can donate, please do. If you can't donate, or if you can donate and you also have sourcing for personal protective equipment, please contact me immediately, because if you have a place where we can get gowns or masks or gloves or caps or sanitizer or face shields or anything else that's considered personal protective equipment, you have a source that's manufacturing it, that can get it to us, in reasonable prices and reasonable quantities, we would be certainly happy, especially if they're local, to go ahead and place an order immediately. So I'm going to give you the information on where you can donate. Okay, so and I'm going to put this on the screen. You can text LIEPPE to 44343. 321. All right, let me see if I can get this on the screen. I'll make a banner for the bottom real quickly here. Text LIEPPE to 44321. I'm going to put this down on the bottom here. Let's get this going. Okay. Text LIEPPE to 44321 right now. Any amount. Text any amount there. You'll get a receipt. You could do it through Apple Pay. It's touchless. You don't have to come anywhere near me or anywhere near anybody, and you can have an impact on this crisis here. We will be spending 100% of the proceeds on personal protective equipment for healthcare workers on the Long Island community. So please do what you can and do it now so that we can have as much impact as possible. So that's what's going on with my business networking group. In addition to that fundraiser, I'm gonna leave it down there. In addition to that, we also have several members of the group that are business professionals, like Stephen Bonfa, the attorney that is on the screen right now on Facebook Live. And what they've been doing is they've been breaking down all of the relief that is coming under the CARES Act, and they've been helping people get both their personal and their business filed for relief under the CARES Act. So during this economic shutdown, we'll be able to survive and get propped up with some stimulus so that we can come out of this with businesses that are still viable. We can continue to pay employees so people can pay their rent or their mortgage and they can have food. And when we're done being hidden away from everybody, we can then come back out and there'll be something to return to. So I'm really proud to be part of an organization that has diverse professionals that can help us in so many different ways. You know what? I'm going to add to that banner on the screen for those of you just joining. I think I did okay on the spelling there. To donate for healthcare workers relief, text LIEPPE to 44321. Yep, and it works with Apple Pay. My man Ed Colon just joined, my Marine Corps brother. What's up, Ed? Good to see you, man. Well, not see you, but thanks for joining in. Feel free to take your shirt off if you like, since I can't see you anyway. Here we go. So what else is good, right? So very fitting that my brother Ed Colon just jumped on. And here's why. So I am a member and an administrator of a not-for-profit organization called Marines in New York. And Marines in New York started, like the Marine Corps started, in a bar about 6 years ago. A bunch of Marines found each other on Facebook and said, hey, you know what? We should do what Marines do. Why don't we get together in a bar and have a few beers? And we held our 58th consecutive monthly, we call it our Devil Dogs Assemble, basically a gathering to drink. We held it on Thursday night, and for the first time ever, we held it via Zoom. We had 40 different Marines show up and pop on the screen throughout the night. We were all definitely having a couple of cocktails, shooting the shit, sharing some stories. It was so unbelievably heartwarming for me to see all my brothers and my sisters out there. I miss them dearly. We do gather on a monthly basis. We do lead the New York Fifth Avenue Veterans Day Parade every year. That's been for several years. And I do miss them dearly. I'm sure you all miss your friends. So please consider somebody creating a Zoom, get your friends together. I've participated in about a half a dozen Zoom happy hours over the last couple of weeks. It's really good to see the faces of your friends, certainly the ones that you miss, which I assume is all of them, by the way. Sorry for that misstep. I'm still trying to get the LinkedIn feed back on. So yeah, it was just amazing that I was able to see so many of my Marine Corps brothers and sisters all at once. We were all tipping a glass. I actually was here in the bunker, had a pint of beer in my hand, tried to go to the keyboard since I was the host, and I dropped a complete beer into an open desk drawer, which is down there because that's where I rest my feet. This area is not really set up for home office broadcasting. Facebook feed froze up again. Sorry about this, guys. Trying to do the best we can. Yeah, we definitely had a blast. Dawn's telling me no, it's the Morizio in me that's making me a little clumsy. Well, normally I do this when I broadcast. I have an associate producer, sometimes known as my daughter Ava, sometimes an intern in the office, but obviously we're not in the office. And they kind of help me run the board because I have the streaming software is over here. Then I have the Facebook feed, the LinkedIn feed, trying to see the live comments. Looks like Facebook, the feed has frozen up, but I can still see you all out there, so that's good. So what else is good going on out there? I'm going to tell you. I started to talk about Marines in New York. So we're really fortunate that we have over 2,300 members, all Marines and Navy corpsmen, because the Marines never go anywhere without their doc. And we're so happy that the hospital ship, the naval hospital ship, in spite of the doubt by certain people on the news media, in spite of the doubt, the hospital ship did pull into port this week, is operational, and is treating patients as we speak. So thank you to all those Navy sailors and docs aboard that boat that are taking care of fellow New Yorkers. So what else we're fortunate about with Marines in New York is that we have a huge network of Marines and Marine Corps veterans all over New York. And in particular here on Long Island, we still have some real old Corps veterans. We have some Korean War era veterans. We have some Vietnam veterans. Unfortunately, these gents and ladies are at risk due to their health and due to their age. So we have an amazing network of people that are shopping for them, that are dropping groceries off for them, that are making prepared food for them and sending it and dropping, little single tins full of dinner for them. It's just an amazing network of people. Really, really proud to be involved with a couple of organizations that are taking some action. For any of you that have seen my Tip Tuesday series, you could check them out on my YouTube channel. Just search Frank Morizio on YouTube. You'll get the whole series. So Tip Tuesday, Morizioism number one, doing something actually means doing something. Think about that for a second. Doing something actually means doing something. Too many folks out there thinking about doing something, trying to do something. Oh, maybe I'll do something. Nope. I'm involved with organizations full of doers. We do things. We're helping. We're in our community. We're doing everything that we can to help healthcare workers, to help the teachers, to support our community, support our friends and family. So I'm just really, really proud of all you folks. Hey, my man Mike just tuned in from Virginia. Another Marine Corps brother of mine. Man, haven't seen you in so many years. I miss you, buddy. Mary's here. Hey, Mary, hope the whole clan is good over there on the other side of town. David's there. What's up, David? Yep, Dawn definitely saying people talk about it and don't do it. Absolutely. Well, not us. Morizios are doers. So we're doing. Again, if you're just joining us, an organization that I'm a member of called Long Island Elite, www.longislandelite.com. We're a business development organization of about 85 professionals on Long Island. But first and foremost, we're a registered 501c3 nonprofit organization. And we generally adopt one Long Island local charity partner for the year. And we support that partner. And we do have it this year. It's Sib's Place. They're right here in Rockville Center. And it's an amazing organization. And we are going to support them. But in addition to that, we took some quick action because, again, doing something actually means doing something. And we created the Long Island Elite COVID-19 Healthcare Workers Relief Fund. We created it yesterday. It is live. We have already raised over $1,000. The goal is to raise $30,000 and source personal protective equipment from reputable vendors that are not going to price gouge. So if you have sources there, please let me know. If you can donate any amount, we all know that a few dollars gets masks, and every mask could potentially save a life of a healthcare worker. So if you can donate any amount to the Healthcare Workers Relief Fund, just text LIEPPE to the number 44321. You could do it via Apple Pay. Any amount helps, and we'd really appreciate it. 100% of the proceeds are going to source PPE that's going to go directly to healthcare workers in our local Long Island community. Very large healthcare system on Long Island, and unfortunately right now, large number of folks that are hospitalized and are in need of care right now. So, I think that's going to be it, folks. I think I'm going to wrap up, and I'm going to leave you with this. again, being really, really in the epicenter of what's going on here, I'm trying not to listen too much to the talking heads on TV. There's only, in my opinion, one side to this crisis, and the only result that I will expect and support is survival. I've decided that the way that I'm going to best serve my family is I'm going to stay home. I'm going to lock down. If I have to go out every few days for supplies, we need to restock. If I can't get them delivered, I'm going to put on goggles. I'm going to put on a mask. I'm going to wear gloves. I'm going to go to a store. I'm going to stay at least 6 feet away from everybody. When I get home, outside on the front porch, I'm going to unpack everything. I'm going to wipe every single thing down with Lysol wipes. Before I bring it in the house, I'm going to dispose of all the packing material. Then I'm going to remove all my protective equipment, and I'm going to wash myself, take off my outer clothes, and wash those too. No way I'm going to risk bringing the virus in to my family. It is out there. Believe me, it is. And I just want you to understand that behavior that may seem reasonable right now, it's just not. Don't go near anybody. Video chat them, FaceTime them, call them on the phone, check in, just say hi, but stay away from everybody. Trust me, we're in the epicenter of this, and a lot of this escalated here in the Long Island community because too many people did not just stay home. So I'm staying home. And there's Rena. Rena, I was just talking about you, my love. Rena is a staunch veteran advocate on Long Island. She is one of the main people that Marines in New York turn to when we need help for one of our members. She has been cooking for Long Island veterans for years. She has an army of folks that cook, that donate food. She delivers it. She's a dynamo. She is really just unbelievable. Rena, the entire veteran community on Long Island thanks you so much. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a call right after this. One of our Marines in New York members, both him and his son, unfortunately, are COVID positive right now, and he needs some water. They need some water bottles. So I want to talk to you about getting some water bottles delivered to him. I think he's in Bethpage, so we'll figure out how to do that. So Rena, I'll reach out to you right after this broadcast. Hey, Senator Marty Golden just joined. Marty, good to see you, man. I know you must be talking to thousands and thousands of people right now, being a leader in the community as you've been for, some 3 decades now. Thanks for all you do and continue to do. And please, remind everybody, certainly in your community, stay home like we are, stay safe, wash up. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready to wrap up here. So thanks to the, a couple of dozen of you that tuned in. If you're watching on replay, want to send me a message, please do. If you can help, please don't forget, text LIEPPE to 44321. Any donation helps. 100% of the proceeds going directly to purchase personal protective equipment for the healthcare workers of Long Island. So please do that. Semper Fi Ed Cologne, brother, all of those veterans out there. And thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to end the broadcast now. Feel free to message, text, call, email me anytime. I'm available if there's anything I can do to help you. And be safe. I'll check in with you again soon.